For my service project, I volunteered at the Cleveland Clinic over the summer. Once a week, I spent the day helping out. My main job was to be a greeter and to help check people in with the new digital check-in process. Or at least that's what I thought I was going to be doing. I also answered questions and served to be anything patients needed. When you work in a setting where you interact with various people, you never know what you will encounter. Many of the people who had appointments were elderly and needed a lot of help. Sometimes, an elderly person in a wheelchair would just be handed to me by their son or daughter, and I would have to figure out where they needed to go and check them in. In one experience, I was given a wallet for identification and had to piece together different information such as birth date and insurance numbers to check them in. However, there was one experience specifically that warmed my heart. One day, an old man came in for an appointment and then left. Very typical. However, minutes later, he came back to look for his missing phone. He wandered around for an hour or two, seeming lost, and it was clear something was off. I got him some water and talked to him for a little bit. He was supposed to be picked up by his family, he said, since they had dropped him off, but they had not come back yet. I kept him company and made sure he had what he needed. He went outside for a bit, and I made sure to keep an eye on him. An hour or so later, his family came by. He never had his phone with him to begin with. His daughter came inside and thanked me for caring for him, and told me he had dementia. I was just happy that everything worked out. I also gained from this just talking with him, because he told me stories about his grandchildren and how much they meant to him. We got on the conversation of working, because I was volunteering there, and he told me about the importance of working hard in life. I did not expect to make a connection with a man like this by simply volunteering at the Cleveland Clinic once a week. What I want others to take away from my service project is the power of conversation and connection. So often we are wrapped up in our own lives that we forget to smile and say hello to a stranger who passes by, or strike up a conversation with the person waiting next to you in line. But when you reconnect with reality and the people around you, you recognize the power of human relationship. You start to see God in other people. There were so many instances where I got to know people by talking to them for only a few minutes when I was helping check them in or direct them. I saw God in so many people, in the infant being held in the arms of a loving mother, in the elderly woman being so appreciative for pushing her wheelchair, and in the man who held the door for the pregnant woman. I want people to be inspired to go out and volunteer in the community and make new connections to people they thought they'd never talk to.